Welcome to Positively Port St. Lucie. I'm Sarah Prohaska with the Communications Department here at the City of Port St. Lucie. Did you know that the Port St. Lucie Utility Systems Department is now 25 years old? It's kind of hard to believe, but we're celebrating the silver anniversary all month long, all September. And I have two really great guests with us today to kind of talk about the utilities history and to tell us some of the fun things we're doing to celebrate 25 years of providing excellent water to our city residents. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you.
Donna Roden has been with our Utility Systems Department for how long?
I was transferred from the old engineering department to the utility systems in September of 1998.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But you'd been with the city
Absolutely.
prior to that. Yes.
Absolutely.
So Donna is our wealth of history information here at the city. Anytime I have a history question, I usually call Donna.
That's true.
Because she is always has the answer right.
I try.
Right on the tip of her tongue usually.
Or I know where to find it.
Yes, exactly. And then we also have Jenny Toombs, who is the Utility Systems Department's outreach coordinator. No, tell me your title.
Utility marketing coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah,
There
but
you
basically outreach and
Okay.
education.
Yes. So any schools, Boy Scout groups, kids groups,
Absolutely. Homeschool
homeowners
groups.
associations. Jenny goes out to all of them and really helps educate about the utility, water conservation, all kinds of good things happening. So, Donna, tell us, okay, so our Utility Systems Department, 25 years old this September.
That's true.
What's the date? Do you know?
September 30th.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
1994. But we actually go back before then.
Okay.
This utility was actually developed by General Development Utilities, which was a sister to General Development Corporation, who developed the whole city, the land, the roads, the drainage, et cetera. And they ran the utility for many years. Now, they only wanted to put water and sewer lines into neighborhoods where they specifically wanted to sell a certain model of home.
Okay.
For example, the area that we now call the Club Med area.
Yes.
Sandpiper.
Sandpiper.
Right. That area immediately surrounding the golf courses down there was originally water and sewer.
Okay.
There's another small pocket out off of Darwin. It's called Windmill Point.
Oh, yes. Okay.
They wanted to sell a different model and
To
price
attract,
price line of homes out there. And then there are some in the center part of the city up around River Park.
Okay, yeah.
But other than that, they developed 80,000 lots here in the city to be served with well and septic.
Yes.
So in 1990, GDC and GDU filed bankruptcy. Immediately, St. Lucie County, our Board of Commissioners, took over the utility and began running it.
Okay.
One day they didn't own a utility, the next day they
next day
did.
they did.
So there was a lot of scrambling,
Yes.
a lot of change going on. And they, unfortunately, didn't have a big history in how to run the utility or how to keep up with the growth in
yes.
Port St. Lucie. And in 1992, we ran out of water.
Oh, my goodness. Yep. You have the
Yes,
headline.
I do.
Yes.
In fact, I brought it with me today.
Okay. Yeah, we can show.
Over 10,000 people were without water in May of 1992.
Wow.
And that is because the utility or the county had not expanded their well field.
Oh.
And it was a hot, dry weekend. Everybody was out washing their
Yes.
cars,
Watering their lawns.
watering their lawns. And sure enough, the wells that the utility did have simply couldn't pump enough water
Wow.
to keep up with the demand. And this was really sad because it closed schools,
Oh, my goodness.
restaurants,
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
businesses. The only thing that actually stayed open was at the time, the original Port St. Lucie Hospital, the one that's over off of Hillmore,
Okay.
because they had to keep a certain volume of water pressure
Okay.
up
Okay.
to be able to have emergency surgeries.
Yes, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So the other point I want to make is at the time, 10,000 people or 10,000 customers, that was more than half of the total customers that the utility had.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So that is
So that sort of
more
woke,
than half the customers
Exactly.
had no water.
exactly. So that really woke
Mhm.
up the city management,
Mhm.
the city council,
Uh-huh.
and they said, "Oh, this can't happen again."
Yes.
So they began a dialogue,
Mhm.
and in 1993, really got into it earnestly,
Yeah.
discussing with the county commissioners, hey, if this city is going to grow and prosper, we need to be in charge.
Yes.
So in 1994, then September,
Yeah.
it became effective, and the city acquired the assets
Okay.
of the utility.
All right.
And we have owned, operated, and managed it since that
Mhm.
time. On the day that we took over, there were 17,228 water customers and 10,800 sewer customers.
Okay.
And again, one day we did not own the utility, the next day we
We
did.
did.
But we were very fortunate because those seasoned employees
Mhm.
transferred over
Yeah.
to the
Some
city.
of them are still
Some of
with
them,
us.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of them are still with us.
Yes.
Now, along through that same time frame, the city council realized, hey, if we're going to grow, we need to expand water and sewer mains
Mhm.
throughout the entire city.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so they launched into an unprecedented program that ended up expanding hundreds and hundreds of miles of water mains, sewer mains, fire hydrants,
Mhm.
very important
Yes.
to the community,
Mhm.
and all the other infrastructure.
Mhm.
It didn't come without problems.
Yes. And
There were-
controversy.
That's
Yes.
right, because the way to fund that was through assessments
Mhm.
to individual property owners.
Yep.
Many of which lived out of state and had no clue of any of this going on.
Yes. Mhm.
So there were ugly council meetings that
Mhm.
went to the wee hours of the morning. There was even a lawsuit that went all the way to the Florida Supreme Court
Okay.
trying to stop the program.
Wow.
But the city knew and was confident that it was doing the right thing,
Mhm.
and sure enough, we prevailed in that lawsuit.
And 25 years later,
25 years
our-
later,
our water and sewer expansion program really is held up as a example
absolutely.
throughout the world. Really, I know you've
Absolutely.
spoken to people.
We often have other communities in Florida or
Mhm.
even out of state
Yes.
that come in and talk to us about what we did, how we did it,
Mhm.
how brave our city council was at
Yes.
the time.
Mhm.
Today, we no longer have just 17,000 water
Mm-hmm.
customers. At the end of August, we had 75,131.
That's amazing.
And more importantly, for our local environment,
Mhm. Mhm.
we now have 57,093 sewer customers.
Septic
And-
tanks that have been taken out of service.
And other new homes have been built
Mhm.
with sewer service from the start.
Yes. Didn't even
And-
go with the septic, don't even have to deal with the
Exactly,
septic.
Exactly.
Yes.
And had it not been for that water and sewer
Mm-hmm.
expansion program, we would not have the areas out west of the Turnpike and
Oh.
west of 95,
Mhm.
such as Tradition,
Yes. Mhm.
Southern Grove,
Mhm.
the Cleveland Clinic.
Yes.
None of that would be possible
Mhm.
without this utility having grown
The way it did.
immensely.
And managed, in the way you managed to
Absolutely.
manage to do the growth
Absolutely.
very responsibly.
Well, we're governed by the
Mhm.
Florida Department of Environmental Protection.
Yeah.
And when our utility gets to a certain point with regards to water plant capacity
Mhm.
and wastewater treatment plant capacity, we have to expand.
You have to.
So our vision for the utility looks out 50 and sometimes even 100 years into the future,
Yeah.
which is why we acquired McCarty Ranch
Yep.
Preserve
Yeah. And
and the McCarty
yeah.
Ranch Extension.
Yep. So
Yeah.
everybody knows McCarty Ranch is a fun place to go. The preserve's a fun place to go kayaking and to have fun with your family, to go to
Right.
our bonfire hayride. But on the other side of it is the extension where you are, we're building a big water quality project reservoirs.
Absolutely. And I'll let Jenny address
Yeah,
that because
yeah.
she's been
Yes.
very much in tune with that.
Yeah, and that's a really like people don't realize it cleans the water, but there's a whole other element to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's made up of 6 different areas. So area 1 is actually up and running.
Mm-hmm.
So what these areas do, they capture rainfall on the property, which is huge because
Yeah.
especially lately we've had a
Yeah.
tremendous amount of rain.
Yeah.
But it also sits adjacent to, or sorry, parallel to the C-23 canal.
Mm-hmm.
And as we know, with all that excess fresh water, that's what throws off the balance of
The nutrients in the St. Lucie River.
absolutely.
Mhm.
It's the phosphorus and then it's the nitrogen, and that's when you see those horrific algal blooms. So what this project does is it captures some of that excess fresh water. So when all 6 areas are built out, it's going to capture 21% of that excess fresh water and keep it from going down the C-23 canal, keep it from the North Fork, keep it from eventually the Indian River Lagoon.
Yeah.
It's delicate balance.
Yes, it
so
is.
if we can hold that back, so already I brought my number here.
Uh-huh.
So just since January, we've been capturing rainfall, and then just since July, we've been actually
Oh.
able to pump from the C-23 canal because the level has reached
Yeah,
a certain
it's
level.
been so wet lately.
548 million gallons
Oh, my goodness.
we've been able to capture
Yeah.
of that excess fresh water
Yeah.
and keep it from getting down into that
Yeah, that's
estuary and the
amazing.
lagoon and the river.
When you
So-
think of that vast amount of water,
Oh,
it is
yeah.
amazing.
It is.
Yes,
It
but
is.
this is also part of the forward thinking of the council and the utility in acquiring this. Is that this is eventually a alternate water supply for the city, correct?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those old rock,
Mhm.
coquina rock mines
Yes.
that are on both properties
Mhm.
will eventually be used for reservoirs
Uh-huh.
to store fresh water.
Yeah.
And there will be a water treatment plant out in that area
Mhm.
so that we can hit that 70 million gallons of water that we anticipate
Yeah,
needing to supply
yeah.
in somewhere around 2040, 2045.
And we're getting there fast. because
Absolutely.
I know.
When you look at our population today, which is of almost 200,000
I know.
compared to 1994.
Yes.
So it really is good that we have these really forward-thinking projects that we're working on.
Exactly.
And it's more of that managed growth and everything that the utility has been doing for the past 25 years is going to continue for the next
Absolutely.
25. Yeah.
Well, we look at ourselves as being stewards,
Yeah.
good stewards
Yeah.
of the resources that this community has.
Yeah, yeah. And then another thing that the city offers is if you are still on a septic tank
Mhm.
and say it fails and you want to, or if it fails, you have to hook up.
That is correct.
But the city does offer a 10-year, no interest
Zero interest.
loan, so it really helps make
Absolutely.
that cover that cost.
Absolutely.
Um,
And it's not only good for your immediate neighborhood, but it's good for the whole environment.
Yeah.
And protecting the water supplies.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we were doing all kinds of studies right now just
Right.
on that
And
topic.
We're actually, this last month, I think we did 39 homes
Mhm.
converted from septic
Septic.
over to city sewer. And that's going to become a reoccurring process
Mhm.
as the homes age.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
those septic systems age.
Yeah, as they
Right.
start failing.
Now, I do want to point out, though, if your septic tank just needs to be pumped out, you can
Mhm.
still do that.
Okay.
But if that drain field and the system has failed, you must connect.
Yeah, and which it, like you said, it's for the good of everyone around you.
Absolutely.
And you, because then now you get the city's great.
Yeah.
You're hooked up to the city's wonderful.
And we maintain that system.
Utility, yep.
You no longer have to worry about backups and things
Yeah.
from your septic system.
Mm-hmm.
We do the maintenance, and our maintenance system is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year.
Yeah, our guys go out at all hours of the time, all hours of the day to pump out grinders
Mm-hmm. yes.
and to respond to customer
They
calls.
sure do.
And they really do go above and beyond. I mean, a lot of times we have many stories of those guys going out and doing things when
Absolutely.
at all hours going above and beyond.
And it's just, and it's an extension of that outreach and education too, because they're the crews out in the field, so they see where the problem spots are, and they know that I go and I talk to kids quite a bit, and I talk to other groups quite a bit, and they say, Jenny, anytime you go out, please remind folks, don't flush wipes.
Yes.
Don't. I know that's a big. I know, but it says
Yeah.
flushable. Yeah,
They're
true
not
story.
really.
It is flushable. They are
Yeah.
absolutely flushable, but will they break down? And the answer is
Yeah.
no, not anytime soon. I mean, you could also flush a $20 bill. It's not going to break
No.
down anytime soon. I mean, it's kind of a joke, but not really.
No, yeah.
So that's, and whether you're on a grinder system, whether you're on gravity, and especially septic.
Septic, yeah.
Any kind of sewer system that you're on, keep those flushable wipes, air quotes, flushable wipes.
Out of the
keep
toilet.
those out of the system.
Yeah.
Cotton balls, Q-tips, hair, if you're cleaning out your hairbrush.
gosh, yes.
Diapers. I mean, they find socks and towels and things you wouldn't even believe could go down. Toys.
Yeah,
Especially,
Legos.
I talk to kids quite a bit, and we kind of make a joke of it. I actually bring a sewer pipe, and we create a clog.
Yeah.
And I show them, see how easily, you flush your socks, you flush your washcloth, you flush a Barbie doll. It's gonna
It stays there.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna
it
stay
doesn't
there.
biodegrade.
So that's why it's so important, I think, to reach out to the kids, because they'll go home and they'll yell at their parents
Yeah.
and they'll say, well, we use flushable wipes. I mean, they'll call everybody in the house out. Well, my brother flushes those wipes all the time. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So now that you know,
Yes.
you have to be in charge of your house and then the other members of your household, and just let them know that you're going to cause problems. So whether if it clogs on your end, maybe it doesn't, but it's going to clog on our end.
Yeah.
And it's really going to
It
cause a
causes
problem
problems.
at our treatment facilities.
Yeah.
It jams the pump.
It jams
Yeah,
the pump.
it
And if
really-
the pump doesn't work, there's an issue.
Yes, which we don't want. We want our stuff flowing.
Flowing, right.
We don't even
You
want
want
to
it to-
think about it. We just want to
Exactly.
flush our toilet and go with our
Right.
day.
Yeah,
Yes.
you want it to leave your house. You want it to go
Yes.
away from your house. So
Yeah.
that's the one thing that they ask me to please. Anytime I get the chance, I have to
You
let you
don't
all know
know.
to keep that stuff out of it.
So we are almost out of time, but Jenny, I wanted to ask you, because we're doing something fun for. I mean, we're almost at the end of September, but we got a few.
Oh,
we
we're
got
gonna
a
drag
couple
this
weeks.
out, yeah.
So we're doing a fun contest on online. So if you could let us know what it is.
So we wanted to kick off a new customer electronic newsletter that folks can sign up for online at cityofpsl.com. So once you sign up for that newsletter, you'll start receiving it's pointers from the pipeline. So it's really, I've worked really closely with our customer, our
Connection
just
support.
we just changed the name.
Oh, okay.
So
I
it's,
didn't
it's
even know that.
connection. So
Oh,
it was
that's
customer
great.
service, but now it's
Uh-huh.
connection support, because
Okay.
that's exactly what it is.
Yes, it is.
It's just a better stated name.
Yes.
So so I've worked with those folks there to really just kind of what are the main questions that you get from our customers. So with this newsletter, we really want to focus on how folks can save money on their bill. That seems to be, one of the top questions they want, and how to conserve. So when you conserve, you're using less, so you're saving more.
You're saving money.
So it's going to be just one tip every month. So if you sign up for that, your name will be entered into a weekly drawing to win a 25th anniversary gift bag from us. So it's got some
Yeah, it's
some
got some
things
fun
in it.
stuff.
But I wanted to bring, so here's our 25th anniversary logo. So
Yes.
communications department created this amazing logo for
it's
us.
really kinda cool. I like
Yeah,
that
they
one.
did such a great job.
Yeah.
Alyssa did an amazing job on this. But just like a swag bag, just with some
Some fun stuff.
Yeah,
So,
just some
sign
stuff
up.
in it.
You might win something.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But you can look for that. The posts are on Instagram and
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. We're also posting some throwback photos.
Yes. Those have
from
been
our,
fun.
our 25
Yes,
years.
Those have been very
So,
fun to watch
yeah.
for. Well, Donna was the feature of one of them.
I was.
How can you not?
Yes, yes. How embarrassing.
No, we just
Super
really
fun.
wanted to highlight, some of the folks that have been around, and
Yeah.
like you said, I mean, she's our encyclopedia.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah,
Yes.
it's a wonderful reference, and we have a handful of really amazing folks that have been here that you just go to. Thank goodness
Yeah.
we have them. So.
All right. Well, thank you both so much. I really
welcome.
appreciate it. This is it's always fun to hear about the history.
Yes.
It's really amazing when you think about what we've come from to where we are today, where we had that horrible day in 1993, when
92.
1992, and now
Water.
we are really an award-winning
Right.
utility.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much. Appreciate it. I hope our listeners enjoyed that, because it's fun to hear, and then
Yeah.
you don't hear about stuff like this every day.
And I think you're having a booth at the Crosstown grand
Yes,
opening,
yes,
right?
yes.
Yes,
So,
so
if people
come
have
visit.
other questions prompted by our presentation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's this Saturday it's Saturday, September 28th
Yep.
from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So stop by at the base of Crosstown Bridge. All right, thank you so much. We
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Anytime.
No problem. And we'll be right back after these messages.